Israel has halted all humanitarian aid into Gaza. Prime Minister Netanyahu cited Hamas's practice of stealing supplies to finance its terror machine.
Well, Hamas continues to reject a U.S.-backed ceasefire plan that would free the remaining hostages in 2 phases. CBN's Julie Stahl has more on that.
U.S. Mideast Envoy Steve Witkoff has put forth a plan that would extend the ceasefire in Gaza another few weeks and free the rest of the hostages over time. Israel signed on, but not Hamas.
In Witkoff's plan, half of the hostages would be released right away, and the remaining half would be released if we reach an agreement on a permanent ceasefire. Again, Israel has accepted this plan, I accepted this plan, but so far, Hamas has rejected it.
As a result, Israel is cutting off all aid and goods going into Gaza. Israeli officials say that during the ceasefire, more than 21,000 aid trucks entered the Gaza Strip, enough to last 4 to 6 months if Hamas distributes the supplies fairly. But with the militant group controlling the flow of resources, Israel says it can no longer risk sustaining what it calls a terror machine. The U.S. backs cutting off the aid.
We've done that because Hamas steals the supplies and prevents the people of Gaza from getting them. It uses these supplies to finance its terror machine, which is aimed directly at Israel and our civilians, and this we cannot accept.
If Hamas doesn't start to compromise, Israel's planning to go to all-out war to wipe out the terror group in Gaza and has authorized the mobilization of up to 400,000 reservists through May 2025. To aid Israel in its fight against Hamas and Iran's other proxies, the Trump administration is speeding up $4 billion worth of military sales to Israel. In expediting these sales, Secretary of State Marco Rubio says he's reversing moves by the Biden administration to slow-walk weapons deliveries to Israel. Recently freed hostage Eli Sharabi has been speaking out on Hamas atrocities against their captives.
In the worst times, what do you eat?
In the worst times, you eat once a day a bowl of pasta.
And that's all the food you get for the day?
It's about 250 to 300 calories.
A day?
A day, which is 1/10 of what I need.
In response to that video, President Trump has invited Sharabi and other freed hostages to meet with him at the White House this Tuesday. Meanwhile, a terrorist killed at least 1 Israeli and wounded several others in a knife attack in Haifa this morning. Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.
In all the turmoil there is in the world today, there is a source of absolute truth that will guide you.
Transform your life through God's Word, CBN's newest study guide. You'll also receive insightful teaching from Gordon Robertson, plus access to Regent University's online course.
You'll have all the information you need to guide your life.
Get Transform Your Life through God's Word. Available now.